Welcome to our deep dive into one of history's most intriguing and long-forgotten secrets. Today, we explore the covert story behind the renaming of Constantinople, a city whose name was changed to Istanbul on March 28, 1930. In this video, we will unravel the layers of political intrigue, cultural transformation, and hidden motivations that led to this monumental decision. Over the next few minutes, we will journey from the ancient roots of Byzantium through centuries of imperial glory, and finally to the modern era where secret archival revelations shed new light on how a city once known as Constantinople became the symbol of modern Turkey, Istanbul. Stay tuned as we uncover declassified documents, discuss the passionate debates among historians, and connect this historical transformation to today's cultural and political landscape. Constantinople's story begins long before the renaming. Originally founded as Byzantium in the 7th century BCE, the city was strategically located on the Bosporus, serving as a crucial gateway between Europe and Asia. Over the centuries, Byzantium evolved into a bustling trade hub, drawing influences from Greek, Roman, and Eastern civilizations. When Emperor Constantine the Great established his new imperial capital here in the 4th century CE, the city was reborn as Constantinople, a name that symbolized a new era for the Roman Empire. For more than a millennium, Constantinople stood as a beacon of wealth, power, and culture, enduring sieges and shifts of power that forever altered its destiny. Its walls and monuments bore witness to the splendor of empires and the relentless passage of time. Yet, even as the city flourished, its name and identity carried the weight of its storied past, an inheritance that would eventually come under scrutiny in the modern era. Fast forward to the early 20th century, when the Ottoman Empire was crumbling and the foundations of modern Turkey were being laid. Amid sweeping political reforms and nationalistic fervor, a decision was made that would forever change the way the world referred to this ancient metropolis. On March 28, 1930, the Turkish government officially adopted the name Istanbul to replace the centuries-old title of Constantinople. While many believe this was a straightforward act of modernization, recent archival discoveries reveal a much more complex picture. Secret negotiations, intense debates among reformists and traditionalists, and covert international pressures all played a role behind the scenes. Political leaders of the nascent Turkish Republic recognized that the old name evoked the memory of past empires and foreign domination. They saw in a new name not only the promise of a united modern nation, but also a break from a legacy that many found divisive and outdated. Newly declassified documents suggest that behind closed doors, powerful figures weighed the benefits of a fresh national identity against the historical and cultural baggage carried by Constantinople. As historians pore over these records, they find evidence of secret meetings and coded communications that hint at the intensity of the debates. The renaming was not merely an administrative act. It was a deliberate, strategic move intended to foster national pride and reshape Turkey's image on the world stage. In recent years, scholars have gained access to a trove of previously classified documents that provide fresh insight into the discussions and decisions of that era. These archival records, hidden away in government vaults and academic repositories, reveal that behind the public facade of reform lay a network of private correspondences and secret memoranda. Among these documents are letters exchanged between key political figures and advisors, outlining the potential risks and rewards of abandoning the traditional name. Some memoranda express concern that the historical name had become synonymous with the old imperial order, a symbol of foreign influence that could undermine the emerging Turkish national consciousness. Others argue passionately for a complete break from the past, emphasizing that the adoption of Istanbul would mark the birth of a new era defined by self-determination and progress. The archival evidence shows that the debate was not only ideological, but also intensely personal. Many of the decision-makers carried the scars of previous conflicts and were determined to build a future free of the old divisions. These revelations have sparked heated debates among historians and political scientists. Some see the renaming as an inspired act of national renewal, while others view it as a calculated political maneuver aimed at erasing inconvenient chapters of history. The new evidence compels us to rethink how modern nation-states use history and memory as tools for political legitimacy. By examining these hidden documents, we gain a deeper understanding of how Istanbul came to be, a name that encapsulates both the beauty and the turbulence of a city reborn. The decision to rename Constantinople was not just a bureaucratic change. It was a profound cultural and political statement. For the citizens of Turkey and for the broader international community, the new name signified an ambition to redefine national identity. In classrooms, government offices, and everyday conversations, the name Istanbul came to symbolize a break from the past and a commitment to progress. In the decades that followed, Istanbul grew into a vibrant metropolis that balanced its ancient heritage with modern dynamism. Yet the echoes of the old name still resonate in the literature, art, and collective memory of the people. Many Turkish writers and intellectuals have explored the tension between history and modernity, using Istanbul as a metaphor for transformation and reinvention. Today, the renaming is commemorated not only as a historical milestone, but also as a reminder of the power of language and naming in shaping collective identity. As we examine the current political and cultural landscape, we see how the legacy of Constantinople continues to influence debates about heritage, nationalism, and globalization. New generations are increasingly curious about the secret histories that led to Istanbul's rise as a modern capital. This renewed interest is driven, in part, by popular media and academic research that illuminate the hidden corridors of power and decision-making. By reconnecting with these forgotten tales, we not only honor the past, but also gain valuable insights into how national narratives are constructed and contested. The renaming of Constantinople invites us to reflect on how societies choose to remember and sometimes reinvent their history. It challenges us to consider what is lost and what is gained when the echoes of the past are silenced in favor of a new beginning. As we stand on the threshold of the present, the story of Istanbul's transformation offers a fascinating lens through which to view modern debates about identity, memory, and progress. In today's globalized world, nations continuously negotiate their historical narratives to serve contemporary political and cultural needs. The secret negotiations and archival revelations that have come to light remind us that history is not static. It is constantly being reinterpreted and reshaped. The renaming of Constantinople is a prime example of how a single decision can echo through the ages, influencing art, literature, and political discourse in ways that were never fully anticipated. Modern Turkey, with its vibrant mix of tradition and modernity, stands as a testament to the enduring power of names and symbols. Istanbul's story is now being re-examined by scholars, artists, and citizens alike who seek to understand the complex interplay between memory and progress. In our rapidly changing world, the lessons from Istanbul remind us that every name, every policy, and every decision carries with it the potential to shape the future. As we conclude our exploration, we invite you to reflect on how the secrets of the past continue to inform our present and inspire our future. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of history's most enigmatic transformations. Stay curious, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden stories behind our world.